Welcome to Yoga for Stress Reduction, presented by Crescent Pelvic Health and Wellness. In this practice, use an exhale that is longer than the inhale and breathe through the nose for both the inhale and the exhale. Starting in a comfortable seated position, perhaps using a prop such as a block or a blanket under the hips, or finding another seated position other than easy sit or cross-legged. Let the body breathe and slowly begin to circle the head in one direction, noticing any areas of tension or discomfort, and always moving within the range of motion that is comfortable for you. Perhaps letting the shoulders and the upper thoracic region of the body around the ribs circle as well. Letting the body breathe and the mind be at ease, freeing the mind and the body of any stress that isn't serving us in this moment. Switching directions, and again just paying attention or noticing to what the body feels and moving within the range of motion that is comfort. It offers comfort as well as releases any tension. Allowing the breath to guide the movement so that the body feels connected. On a next inhale, reaching one arm overhead and placing the other hand to the side for support. Exhaling, lean into a lateral opening side body and return to seated. Inhale and switch to the other side. Allowing the other hand to support on the floor. The elbow can be bent, the arm can be straight. And the hand on the supporting side for the floor can walk out as far as is comfortable. Trying to keep the hips or the pelvis as neutral as possible as well by staying seated or contacting on the mat. And then from here, finding your center space once again and turning so that the body is long ways on the mat. Placing the feet on the mat and the hands just behind the body in a position for the hands that is comfortable. The fingers can point into the body, they can point out, or the hands can turn to the back. On an exhale, lift the hips from the mat into tabletop, opening through the chest and grounding through both the palms and the soles of the feet. Allowing the hips to come to the mat when you're ready. And once again, just repositioning so the chest is open. From here, finding an all fours stance on the forearms to set up for dolphin pose and dolphin plank. This looks somewhat like a downward facing dog, where the legs are long and the hips lift. To transition to plank, step the feet further behind the body so that the body can be long. Moving with the exhale into both the plank and then to return to dolphin pose to help the body move with strength. Letting the breath be the guide for the body. Allowing whatever is to be happen, but know that we can also let the stress that maybe was in our day fade away with the breath and with our movement. Transitioning to the ground into a prone belly pose, placing the hands under the shoulders and lifting into a low cobra, back bend, spinal extension. The hands are on the ground but not pushing. The tops of the feet the knees and the thighs rest on the ground as well. We can gently lift from the back of the head or simply place the head in a neutral position. Transitioning into half bow by drawing one foot towards the bottom and reaching the hand on the same side to catch the foot on the low leg just above the ankle. Reaching the other hand out in front, activate the palm by pressing slightly into the fingers, cupping or arching into the palm of the hand. This helps to stabilize the shoulder blade and allows the breath to flow more easily into the body, as well as allows strength for the cross-body movement. Again, switching sides, finding the top of the foot-ankle space area so that we are not grabbing on the toes, and support the body with an outstretched arm on the other side. Inhaling and exhaling, opening the front of the hips while we stay anchored in our space. And with the breath on a next exhale, we'll go ahead and transition. And then here we'll press back up. Find our prop. It could be a block, it could be a squishy Pilates ball, it could be a blanket, or another rolled up yoga mat. We'll lay face up, supine on the mat, placing the feet on the mat and the knees bend, and coming into a supported bridge, placing whatever prop we've chosen underneath the hips, somewhere around the SI joint, sacrum, but not quite on the low back, so we want the support just underneath the hips. If any of the props create discomfort in the low back, simply remove the prop and place the hips back on the ground for a bridge prep pose. The arms rest out to the side and the feet stay active enough to keep the legs in line or roughly parallel with each other. Again, allowing the exhale to be longer than the inhale. Noticing while we breathe if there is any tendency for the mind to wander, and without judgment or without any expectation for it to be any different, just simply invite those thoughts to kind of fade away. Removing the block and lengthening the legs, placing the hands back on the mat for a final relaxation pose. Letting the body feel connected to the ground and connected into your space. The eyes can close and our hearts are open.